Topping our news tonight, Lee County School District now has their interim superintendent. Dr. Ken Savage was approved, swearing him in now into that position. And let's go now to Fox 4's Patrick Nolan. He's been there live this afternoon, right outside headquarters for Lee County School District, giving us a look at Dr. Ken Savage, the man. He is pretty much a Lee County, almost just about born and raised through Lee County. Patrick?
Yeah, definitely nobody inside here at the meeting disputed the fact that he knows the system inside and out, having been a student before. And before he became interim superintendent, which just happened a few minutes ago, he was sworn in, and he's been in the process of addressing the board and the school district in general, saying what he thinks needs to happen at this point for this transition. But before any of that happened, he was the chief operations officer for Lee County Schools, and that's a big position because you're in charge of a lot of different departments, including the transportation department. So that's the busing involved with your kids. You know how complicated that is in a big county like Lee County. He was in charge of security as the COO and construction of new schools, and that's been a booming part of the district and super complicated. You got to buy the land when you hope it's cheap and build the school before it gets too more expensive, and then hope enough parents put their kids in that part of town so you can keep with it. As you mentioned, Jane, he went to Lee County Schools himself. He came up in the district as a teacher, so his foundation is as an educator. He was a principal at all levels, middle school, elementary, high school, including at Dunbar High School, a historic high school in Fort Myers. He worked for the State Department of Education in Tallahassee, and he said during the interview process he felt like he really did know the district well, and he felt he was definitely well equipped to be the interim superintendent. The other finalist was from the Orlando area, and the board deciding to go with Dr. Savage. Now, he's replacing someone who's retiring at the end of this month, and that is, of course, Dr. Greg Atkins. He's someone who also came up in the Lee County School District system. A little bit of a rocky tenure when there were some changes on the board over the years, but he's reflecting now on what he's leaving behind and the challenges for the superintendents to come at this district.